Good Monday morning. Thank you very much for allowing me the weekend off to take care of some things. A quick PSA. To everybody in northern Kentucky that was afraid of the gentleman handing out the flyers, he will not be bothering anybody anymore. I'm done waiting for people to save us. I'll save us.
I was really hoping that it would be a slow weekend for news so I wouldn't have to come back and haul ass. Joke's on me, because holy shit. And we're gonna talk about it right fucking now. Small panic. In no particular order. This happened, and I still think this is the funniest thing. This happened. I also think this is hilarious, because how can you do that? This was put up as a job listing. This happened. This happened. This happened. This happened. This happened, and I'm sorry for laughing, but if I don't laugh, I'm going to have a stroke at this point. This happened. This happened. This happened. And while this last one isn't particularly news, I've noticed that there's a specific phrase going around, and it makes me nervous. For preface, I am not currently a Christian, but I was raised in a very Christian household. Pentecost household. Which means by default, I still feel some kind of way if somebody misquotes the Bible. So in an effort to put an end to this trend, this is the specific phrase that I keep seeing all over the internet now. The sin of empathy. I could go ahead and argue the morals of the story where Jesus was supposed to be the most empathetic person to ever exist on earth because he is the Son of God, but instead I will show you this. As previously stated, I am not Christian. However, if you are going to hold the title of Christian, I do believe it is very, very important for you to know these frontward, backward, sideways, and up. Also, in the New Testament, Jesus said, and I quote, "Unto you I give you one more commandment. Love thy neighbor as I have loved you." Or in some versions of the Bible, it is love thy brother as I have loved you. Because humans as a species are supposed to be a brotherhood, unity, unified. Empathy is not a sin in the Bible. But bending the commandments to fit your own fucking narratives is. And if you're gonna claim it, you're gonna claim it every way. Woohoo! Good Tuesday morning. With each passing day, we get closer and closer to arriving in hell in our pretty little handbasket. And we're gonna talk about it right fucking now. Small panic. Again, like always, in no particular order. This has happened. This happened, and I genuinely think with as much bamboozle nonsense as this specific gentleman has caused himself, he should not be commenting at all. This happened. This is currently happening. This surprised me, and it is currently happening. This happened. This is also currently happening. This happened, and I genuinely think that I can say this time that absolutely nobody is surprised. This is happening, and yes, that does mean your food stamps. This is also happening. This happened last night. This is a new executive order. And then finally, this happened. And then for all of my friends that are in northern Kentucky, the date on this is yesterday. However, I just got this morning. Everybody, please be safe. Please be clever. I love you guys lots, and I'll talk to you later. Mwah. Good Wednesday morning, my dudes. It's the ass crack of dawn for me, and we have a lot to get through this morning, so we're going to talk about it right fucking now. Small panic. Starting off strong. Border Patrol agents have seemingly been greenlit by the cartel. It is expected that that incident particularly will not be an isolated one. And experts are specifically saying they believe that we will see more and more of these incidences as the further we progress into Trump's presidency. He is being called out in a bipartisan letter by both Democrats and Republicans. And if the gentleman could read, he would probably be very upset. Moving on. The Los Angeles School Police Department has come out on record and issued a statement saying that they will protect their children and they will not comply with ICE-related task force or operations. And since the inauguration, there have been rumors, whispers, whatnot of a federal workers' strike. Trump apparently heard about it. Trump is upping the ante and offering an 8-month severance to any federal worker that will just leave of their own volition. Republicans like to say that Democrats are snowflakes. However, according to Google, they are the snowflakes. Google has reclassified America as a sensitive country. If you do not know what a sensitive country is, China, Russia, North Korea, they're all sensitive countries. They are only allowed the information that their government allows them. So congratulations. And then to finish off, several states are facing issues with their Medicaid portals, and it is hopefully going to be corrected soon. And then in a turn of events, we hear from John Kennedy's daughter yesterday about all of the terrible things RFK has done and why he should not be allowed to hold the position that he is about to be sworn into. I was able to verify most of her statements either via death records or via finding interviews from RFK and him talking about the situations himself. So she's not lying. If you have a moment today, please watch that video. It's very enlightening. But that's all I have for right now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay safe, stay clever, and I love you guys lots. Mwah.
I don't believe in the doomsday clock. The doomsday clock is bullshit. Who even created the doomsday clock? Einstein? Oppenheimer? Do those things mean nothing to you? Literally, listen to me. The doomsday clock was created in 1947 by the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. 2 years before the doomsday clock was made, the Bulletin for Atomic Scientists was founded by Einstein and Oppenheimer. Those two men are inarguably two of the most brilliant minds to ever grace the face of the earth in the corporeal form of a human. This is literally a legacy of their work. And you're not taking it fucking serious? Bro cannot tell me that they think that they're smarter than Einstein. Bro cannot possibly think that he is smarter than goddamn Oppenheimer. Wrangle in that sin of pride, you stupid slut. You are not more clever than them. Best case scenario, you may be 1/130th as clever as them. I'm so tired of people not paying attention to important shit just because they're too lazy to understand what the fuck it is. People who don't take time to research shouldn't be allowed to vote. And I know I sound like a dickhead by saying that, but please let me remind you the #1 Google search on election day was how to reverse your vote. So that tells me two things. The voters are uneducated, whether it be by willful ignorance or them not being able to access knowledge that they need in order to educate themselves. Or what? That's it. That's fucking it. The only other thing that it could possibly be if they're not fucking educated is the sin of goddamn pride. I'm not even a Christian, but I recognize that sin when I fucking see it. And while I have your attention, for everybody that lied directly to their fucking teeth to me and said that Trump was going to leave abortion as a state-to-state issue, should I tell you I told you so now? Or should I save that for later and just blatantly call you a liar? I have been trying to warn you guys literally since June or July of last year of what was coming. This video right here, dated July 3rd, 2024, literally outlines everything that has happened in the past 2 weeks. To the point where I've had a couple of people comment saying that I'm psychic. I'm not fucking psychic. This isn't even pattern recognition. This is an open notes test. And more than half of you have already fucking failed. People got mad at me for calling Oppenheimer and Einstein smart in my last video. And it seems as though I need to elaborate on something. Just because I call somebody smart doesn't mean that I think that they're a good person. You are allowed to recognize the strengths of your enemy. And if your enemy happens to leave behind a tool, you are allowed to use that tool. These are not even simple rules of war. These are just kind of general understandings. In no way, shape, capacity, or form do my morals align with Einstein's or Oppenheimer's. However, whether they were clever enough to steal people's ideas and get away with it, or to invent something directly from their brain using their hands, while they are not good people, we still have to recognize that they are smart. Think about this. If you start underestimating your enemy is going to catch you off guard every fucking time. In what strategy is it a good fucking idea to underestimate your enemy? None. Because underestimation leaves you open to attack. Directly stating a fact about your opponent, your enemy, or the other team is not me kissing their ass. And me openly recognizing that these white fuckers in power left us the tiniest tool to gauge how much that we are in danger does not mean that I ally with their fucking morals. It means that I am using the tool. Just like America used the Nazis that were left over from the fucking war. Now they're fucking back and we have to fight all of them. Learn the art of diplomacy. Mashed potatoes! The weak spot is mashed potatoes? Oh, I'm gonna have a stroke. This is beautiful. So, I was watching videos this morning and I came across an interview with Donald Trump's niece. She was asked, what would she do if she had to debate this man? And this young lady said that she was bringing a bowl of mashed potatoes to the debate because it's a family secret that the first time Donald Trump was ever humiliated, his father dumped a bowl of mashed potatoes on his fucking head for being an asshole and an idiot. What's good, Potato Boy? Oh, please help me change his name on here to Potato Man. I will pay cash to every one of you to start calling this dude Potato Man. It's just got a funky ring to it. I never expected mashed potatoes to be somebody's proverbial groin, but now I'm fully delighted. Do y'all remember that goddamn trend where girls that got cheated on would put instant mashed potatoes in their ex-boyfriend's lawn? Do you by chance see where I'm going with this? Please, we have the chance to do the funniest thing ever. Fuck with me, Potato Boy, I'll fuck with you back.
Good Friday morning. The dumpster fire that has been the last 2 weeks in America has not slowed down one bit. So we're gonna talk about it right fucking now. Small panic. In no particular order. Somebody proposed this the other day, and I swear I looked at the time of proposal for the bill, and I woke up out of my sleep in a dead sweat. I really think that this shook my spidey senses. NPR and PBS are currently being investigated for running commercials, and in my personal opinion, the investigation is going to lead nowhere. PBS does not mess around when it comes to their sponsor spots. This has been proven historically over and over again, not even through outside investigation, but through internal investigation. They hold themselves to a very high standard. And while I think I have a sneaking suspicion on what started this one I'm not going to comment on until they make a statement because I'm very curious. Moving on. This was leaked and people are rightly pissed off about it. This happened, and I would like to clarify a few things. Potato Boy tried to make a statement and damn DEI programs as the reason for this happened. However, upon investigation, the specific DEI program that he was damning for this tragedy was his administration's idea. While I understand strategy, do you really think that you're going to get away with damning your own legislation like? What bad guy are you fighting here? Yourself? Okay. Moving on. This is unfortunately happening. This has also happened. And then I had a couple of people question why I don't trust Neuralink. I feel like it's pretty obvious why I don't trust it, but please let me provide you a visual. This is an X-ray scan of what Neuralink looks like when it's implanted into your brain. Would you trust that? I wouldn't trust that. And I'm kind of confused as to why 100 people over the course of the past couple of days have started asking me this. But there's your visual as to why, my dude. You don't even have to know what part of the brain that's poking at to know that that shit is fucked. And if I may speak so boldly and candidly here, I don't think anybody should do that. Do I think that technological implants are potentially in our future? Yes. Do I think that they should look and perform like that? No. Again, in my personal opinion, it's going to take about 40 or 50 years for that technology to be anywhere close to the standard at which it needs to be in order to be implanted into the human body. But that's just my opinion. I'm not a fucking expert. So do with that information what you will. That's all I have for right now, though. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
I'm going to be an asshole for a second. I would say I'm sorry, but we all know that I'm not. So, but I have seen multiple reports on the Potato Boy administration saying through their own propaganda that they are arresting thousands of criminals a day. At the minimum, 8,000. These are supposedly super intelligent criminals that have been hidden for years and no other administration has been able to find them. Cool. Would anybody care to explain to me how we have a single missing persons report that is still a cold case? Can anybody please explain to me how anybody manages to get trafficked? Baby, this is not your first time in office. Your first time being a dictator? Yeah. But not your first time as president. And everybody can argue that technology has come very far in the recent few years, but it hasn't come that far. Let's be fucking for real now. And I sat with this, and I thought about this for a couple of days, until I realized the reason why nobody can find any of the missing fucking kids is because none of them are fucking missing. Somebody, somewhere, knows where the hell they are. It is 100,000% convinced me to the point where it will be engraved in my DNA that the industry that genuinely keeps us alive and thriving monetarily as a nation is human fucking trafficking. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I am about to GI robot all of this shit.
Oh boy.